Hi, I'm Joe, and today Epic Reads and I are bringing you a beach reads haul. We've got a great group here of YA contemporary romances that are perfect for summer. From sports romances to enemies to lovers and lots in between, we are looking forward to hearing which books you are most excited to read from this haul. First up in today's haul is the second book in the Darling Devils anthology series by Alexandra Moody. This one is described as being a slow burn fire on ice, so I'm absolutely intrigued. Paige is our female main character who seems to be extremely determined and productive, and she has completed everything on her senior year bucket list except for one, and that is having her very first kiss. And it doesn't seem like not accomplishing this task is entirely Paige's fault, or Paige's fault at all. It seems as though it's actually her best friend Grayson who is to blame for this. Grayson, our male main character, is known for being the school hockey team's enforcer, and it seems as though he has taken this role of being an enforcer off the ice as well, specifically in scaring away any boys who show even a little bit of interest in his best friend Paige. But time is running out on their senior year, so Paige asks him to back off and take on a new role instead, and that role is that of her dating coach, so that she can date and kiss the guy of her dreams. Grayson does end up agreeing to this, but has an entirely different angle for this ruse, and that is trying to prove to Paige that they would actually be great together as a romantic couple. Grayson's kept it a secret since they were children, but he is completely in love with Paige, and now it's time to figure out if she can feel the same way about him in return. Our next book is The Romance Rivalry by Susan Lee. This is a standalone college rom-com with tropes such as enemies to lovers and fake dating. We meet Irene, who is starting out as a freshman in college, and at this point in her life, she's turned her love of romance novels into a career. She is an online book reviewer, and she has a pretty large following. When it comes to finding romance in her real life, though, it doesn't really exist. So it makes sense to me that as she's entering this new phase of life with starting college, that she focuses on this goal of finding true love. Then we meet Aiden, Irene's online book review rival, and up until this point, he's only caused problems for Irene in regards to their shared profession. But things take a twist when he challenges Irene to see which one of them can find love by trope first, so now he is also causing issues in her personal life. But something unexpected happens, and Aiden and Irene find themselves in some sort of fake dating scheme, and with this turn of events, they realize that everything that they thought about romance is being flipped on its head. And it's the culmination of all of these events with starting college, the competition with Aiden, the fake relationship with Aiden, that make Irene realize that the answers for love might not be easily accessible in one of her romance novels. If she wants to actually find her own happily ever after, she's going to have to give the real world and maybe even Aiden a true shot. This is Come As You Are by Dahlia Adler, a coming-of-age YA rom-com that takes place at a boarding school. In this opposites attract romance, Everett Evie Riley has just been through the worst kind of heartbreak. Her ex-boyfriend cheated on her with her sister, and her best friend was also somehow complicit. So instead of just losing one person in this heartache, she's actually lost three. When Evie arrives at Camden Academy, she decides this is the perfect place for her new beginning, but that hope and optimism regarding her new beginning is cut short when she realizes that she has accidentally been placed in the boys' dorm, and with no other dorm vacancies at all in the school, she is forced to just accept this error. And because rumors are inevitable in a place like this, Evie's housing predicament does lead to lots of rumors and gossip. After weighing her options about how to control the narrative around her reputation, she decides to lean into the rumors. But this is really unnatural for her, and so she's gonna need some assistance in pulling this off. Salem, Evie's grumpy doormate, is the perfect person to teach her how to be cool, and in return, Evie can help Salem repair the relationship with his parents. So really what it comes down to is that he can teach her how to be bad if she teaches him how to be good. But as the plan is put into play, Evie continues to struggle while, much to her annoyance, Salem actually does really well in different parts of his life, such as romantically, academically, and physically. As they spend more time together, Evie begins to realize that she wants one specific thing, or rather one specific person, more than anything else. But will Evie have the bravery to go after what she wants after just suffering through this really horrible heartbreak? This book is described as being about refusing to accept less than you deserve, realizing that the best relationships are with the people who know exactly who you are, and that a fresh start doesn't have to mean changing yourself. So I have hope for Evie and her healing process, and hopefully her second chance at love. Soundscar Sweetheart by Ananya Devarajan is a standalone where our female main character, Reina, is stuck in a disastrous time loop. Reina has one goal: winning the National Bollywood Dance Circuit Scholarship and proving to her mother that dancing really can be a financially stable career choice. And it will still prove to her boyfriend and co-captain Aditya that they're the perfect couple, even though it seems as though things are pretty rocky considering how much they argue. But this goal of Reina's is shattered when Aditya breaks up with her, she messes up her dance performance, and loses any hope of receiving this scholarship. And in the midst of all this destruction, Reina just has one simple wish: a do-over. It's upon waking up the following morning that Reina realizes her wish was granted. She gets another chance at her performance with Aditya, but her hope crumbles when the exact same events of the previous day repeat themselves, and Reina finds herself stuck in this awful time loop, repeating the exact same events again and again. It's after Raina to figure out how to break this cycle, and in doing so, figure out what she wants out of life, and maybe even discovering that there are better goals out there than just perfection. Next up, we have All Nighter by Cecilia Vaness, which is described as being a page-turning romp about two arch nemesis. We have the valedictorian named Autumn and the class slacker named Tara. Autumn is type A, high achieving, busy, academically focused, but what this means is that when she finds herself needing a fake ID ASAP, she has no idea where to even begin looking to acquire one. And then on an entirely different page, we meet Tara, who is known to be a rule breaker and a partier, and if you were looking to get a fake ID, someone like that would probably be the perfect person to ask. But if Tara wants to graduate, she has to finish this essay that is already a few weeks late, so that means that at least for now, she has to put things like parties on the back burner. And it seems obvious that the two could just ask each other for help. Tara could help Autumn get a fake ID, Autumn could help Tara finish their essay, but the problem is that these two have been feuding for years. Will the two be able to put their differences aside to work together, and in doing so, will they discover a new layer to their relationship? Something other than just being enemies. Never Thought I'd End Up Here by Anne Leong is about a former model who is determined to get revenge on the boy who ruined her life. Leah has spent her whole life in LA, but it seems as though she's at a point where her parents think she's out of control. At her cousin's wedding, she very loudly wishes ill will onto her cousin, and so her parents decide to stage an intervention. And the thing is, it's not just this one situation that led her parents to feeling like an intervention was the way to go about this. Leah, in general, has no regard for etiquette, and she's also forgotten most of her Mandarin. So with all of this in mind, Leah's parents decide to send her to a 2-week travel program across China with the goal of Leah at least partially, hopefully, returning to her roots. It's at the beginning of this program that Leah realizes her situation is even worse than she thought, because her least favorite person and former classmate Cyrus is also going to be on this 2-week-long trip. And the worst part for Leah is that she now finds Cyrus to be even more attractive than the last time she saw him, so somehow, naturally, she decides that this is the perfect time for revenge on Cyrus. But the more time they spend together, the more Leah realizes that she might not actually hate this boy at all, and more importantly, she might be able to get back parts of herself that she thought were lost forever. Last up for today's haul is Eliza from Scratch by Sophia Lee. This is a YA rom-com about an academics-obsessed teenager named Eliza. Eliza has her entire senior year planned out. She will be top of her class and spend every possible moment she can with her equally ambitious best friends. But her plan is thrown off when she is accidentally enrolled into a culinary arts class, which is just not in her range of skills at all. And in this classroom, she is not the star student, and a boy named Wesley is. With her spot at the top of the class in jeopardy, Eliza focuses on a new goal, and that is winning the midterm cooking contest. But as she spends more time with annoying and aggravating Wesley, Eliza realizes that she may have some other feelings for him besides just annoyance. She'll have to reevaluate her ideas of success, love, friendship, family, and what it means to be truly herself. And that's the end of today's YA Beach Read Contemporary Romance haul. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, please let us know what you're reading at the moment and which books from this haul you're adding to your TBR list, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!